Hi, Sam. It's Vaughn calling from Washington, D.C.
Vaughn from Washington, D.C. What's on your mind, Vaughn?
Hi, I'm a journalist, and I don't know. I watched some of the free half, but I didn't catch all of it. I don't know if you guys covered Musk sending that letter saying that he's going to buy Twitter or not.
Wait,
it happened during the show
today
that he's proposing to purchase Twitter at the original amount that they were discussing earlier.
Wait, so he's back in? He's back in on the deal.
Yeah, for about $44 billion. And they're doing an emergency hearing today in the Delaware court to go over it. It's not guaranteed whether or not he'll take it, but chances are, because of the bad sort of developments that have been happening over the past couple weeks with hearings and stuff, that it probably will, especially since the Twitter share price has gone down significantly, and the price that he originally offered to buy it at is a lot higher than even today, after it surged about like 13% before they stopped trading.
So I'm unclear. Elon Musk sent a letter saying, I'll buy it at $44 billion. Originally, what was he going to buy it at? More than that?
44. No, that was what he was originally going to buy it at, $44 billion. But the Twitter share price has dropped to like $47 a share, but he's buying it at $54 a share.
And why does he want to do that?
Well, I mean, I think that they're going to force him to do it anyway, because he's probably thinking that he's going to lose the trial that was coming up in a couple weeks.
And he's been getting embarrassed by the leaks of like texts and stuff coming out with his dumb brother saying, hey, can we do blockchain Twitter? And it's making him look stupid.
Yeah. So the real thing is that
he's just going to buy it.
Yeah, probably. He's probably going to have to eat it.
I can't help but think, and look, we've all been there. It's just that with him, the stakes are a little bit different. You get high, right, at the night, and you have an idea, and usually what you really should do, if it involves billions of dollars of purchasing something, you wait till the morning, and maybe you write it down on like a card or something like that. That's why I got these majority report, like I got these cards right here made up for just this thing, right? Like you get high, you're like, oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna offer like, I'm gonna buy David Pakman out for like like $3 billion, let's say, and I write that down, and the thing you don't do is you don't email Pakman and go like, I'm gonna buy you out for $3 billion, because then the next morning Pakman's the type of guy who's like, you made an offer, I accepted. And, based upon contract law, now, it's happening. And I can't go like, oh, I was high, dude. I made a mistake. You can't do that. And that, I think it feels like what's going on with Elon Musk. Like, I think he's last night probably just like getting really high. And he's like, and he shoots the letter off. And then in the morning, he's like, shit, I got to stop doing that.
My real question really, though, is about sort of the implications for this, because I mean, if he does go through and he becomes the owner of Twitter, I mean, Twitter employees, for one, have been told that they can work from home in perpetuity, and Elon Musk has been since the pandemic, been openly against work from home policies. So that's a pretty significant thing that can happen to Twitter workers. And then on top of that, we have a presidential election in 2 years and midterm elections in a month. And Mr. Musk seems to be, like you're just talking about, like somebody who really doesn't think a lot about the information that he shares, or think, misinformation or disinformation to him don't really mean anything. So, the future of Twitter kind of is up in the air at this point, for me at least.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, like, I'll reiterate what I said on day one when this thing, like, I don't care. I mean, I just, like, I'm happy for Twitter to go away. I'm happy for it not, like, these things, society functioned perfectly well when it was just MySpace. And then MySpace went away and society functioned just as well. I think like another billionaire owning one of these platforms is a perfect example as to why these platforms need to be broken up. And the way you do that is you inhibit their ability to make profits on it, so that, Facebook was just pursuing growth, didn't care what it took to do it. He will do the same thing. And if they find that, like, if somebody came in with a report, it showed on this platform, and it increases, engagement by X percent, he would be like, okay, if we, allow, if we juice the algorithm so that Nazis get more, traction, and it helps across the platform, he would be like, okay. And they all do this. And I think we just need to have robust antitrust to make this stuff just less valuable, frankly. So if he wants to buy it, good. I can't wait for him to deal with the headache.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a failure. I'm a little bit more troubled that, like, the oligarchs, particularly like right-wing buy-in communications platforms for the propaganda value, basically. But like, as far as like running this as a business, he's not going to be able to like let all the Nazis back, or at least if he lets the Nazis back, he's going to have to hide them from the replies of, say, like Nestle's,
right?
Right, because like otherwise he's not going to be able to get any sort of money if all the corporate partners leave this platform.
Exactly. I mean, this is where like it's going to be hilarious to me, because he's going to come in and try and be free speech and allow anybody on there without moderation. And within, like, I would say less than 30 days, they're going to announce, like, well, some moderation. We're not moderating. We're not going to ban people like they did before. We're just going to do it for egregious cases. And I don't know, 6 months out, 3 months out, 9 months out, 12 months out, it's going to be exactly the same. Exactly the same. They're just going to like leave like one or two high profile like Nazi types on there.
Yeah, or Elon will be ruined, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, it is a significant financial blow to take. That's why he tried to back out of it for so long. He has to, because the reason he seems to be doing this now is because otherwise he'd have to pay for all of Twitter's legal fees and buy Twitter. So now he might not have to do that.
But I mean, how much more? I appreciate the call. I mean, it would be interesting to speculate like why he's doing it now, but I don't know. If you're going to pay $44 billion for something, how much of legal fees are going to scare you away? Another billion? I mean, maybe it's like all some type of like, I don't know, sleight of hand where it's not really $44 billion. It's sort of like amateurized, or it's a stock swap, or there's some like not actual cash outlay. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's something going on at Tesla where he's like, but I mean, if I was someone who cared about Tesla, which I'm not, I mean, I think electric cars are good, and I appreciate, like, I think Tesla really probably accelerated the move to electric cars. But maybe there's a situation at Tesla where he's like, let me put it this way. If I was someone who was heavily invested in Tesla emotionally or financially, I'd be a little concerned that my CEO is taking on a side project worth $44 billion. Right? Wouldn't you be a little nervous about that?
Yeah.
I would be. Now, maybe there's something going on at Tesla where, like, they're not worried about that. But I think I would be like, hey, dude, I invested X amount of dollars into this. And, this isn't like you sitting on the board of the local, United Way.
Yeah.
This is, you're investing $44 billion. I got to ask myself, where's your energy at?
Yeah, and with the companies you owned before Twitter, you said you were working like something like 100 hours a week. Like, where are the rest of the hours going to come? You're just going to tack on another 40 hours for this job too?
It's just $44 billion for Twitter, and then like $500 million for Adderall. Franklin Disco, do you think it's possible Musk was worried about more things coming out during discovery? Very possibly. I don't know how worried you got to be to say okay to $44 billion. Yeah. But I mean, he's got what, 90 billion? Do we know how much he's worth?
I'm not sure.
Maybe more.
Cash.
I mean, here's the point: if he's worth 250 billion or 90 billion, it's really the same thing.
247.
Yeah, 247. So there it is. I mean, it really is the same thing. Oh shoot! Now I only have $210 billion. I can only buy. I only buy like what? 10 more Twitters, 8 more Twitters. Such a joke. Glizzy McGuire. Musk has previously joked about charging Doge coins for users to publish tweets. I hope he does.
That wasn't a joke, though. That was a sincere text that he sent to his brother Kimball Musk saying, we should do this. It'd be, we're looking into it. And then a few days later, he's like, oh, it won't work. Because obviously it won't work. It's a stupid idea.
That's what I'm saying about this. You get high.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only explanation for that. Anybody who thinks that I'm going to pay a penny to tweet, I wouldn't pay a penny to tweet out each time. And the moment you do charge that, the moment you undercut it. That's why they're going to put that sign promoted underneath it. So stupid.
Matt Iglesias tweeted out, genuinely hubristic to get a behind-the-scenes look at how successful entrepreneurs and investors work, find it to be somewhat contrary to your expectations, and then leap to the conclusion, this proves they're all secretly idiots. That was his defense of that Elon Musk blockchain tweet thing, but they are idiots.
Not everyone is an idiot, but like the overestimation that our society, as a blanket rule, applies to people who make money in terms of their intelligence and whatnot. We have a system that is going to reward one person. It is a lottery. All you need is some type of marginal intelligence. I don't want to give, I can't. I had an example of this. Somebody I knew in college who was just not that bright, but made so much money.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be crazy to be like a SpaceX engineer who's actually the one responsible for like,
of course,
like reverse thrust.
Of course, you need a specific skill set. I mean, I would see people who I thought were far more comedically talented than me, who would go out for auditions and never book because they didn't have the skill to audition in the way that I did. I landed multiple pilots half the time on pilot season. One pilot almost every year. And it was because I was good at auditioning. Marginally talented, I think, as an actor, but good at auditioning. I sold a ton of scripts to networks. My writing was good, but my ability to sell in a room was what sold those scripts. It's also a function of the executives who buy these things because they don't know. It's really the thing you need in business, because there's like 30 other people who have just as good as idea as you do. Maybe more, probably more. There's 30 who have better ideas than you do. There's probably hundreds who have just as good ideas. It's the one who comes in and can sell confidence. That's the one who's going to go. And it's no coincidence that the term con man is applied to those people who sell without actually delivering the goods.
Supposed to have self-driving cars by now.